Hey everybody, Brian Blessing in Las Vegas, fired up for an exciting weekend of football action. Saturday with college football. Hockey is rocking and rolling all weekend long. And of course, we get it to week 8 in the National Football League. And there are some really interesting games. Featured picks of the day. Always available to you right below this video from oddsworthbetting.com. When we talk about week 8 in the National Football League, I just can't get over the fact that we're seeing such volatile numbers, more so than I can ever remember being here in Las Vegas. New England, a 6-point favorite over Chicago. Okay, yeah, the Patriots kind of regrouped a little bit. They beat Cincinnati, who was coming off a bye. Then the Bills beat themselves against the Patriots, and they were life and death to beat the Jets. Yeah, the Bears struggled last week, but with Gerard Mayo out, all of a sudden, can New England stop anybody? So you're seeing an inflated number. This game was played 3-4 weeks ago. New England's a 3-point favorite. Seeing these kind of numbers everywhere. Cincinnati, Baltimore. Cincinnati gets drilled on the road, but we know they're better at home than they are on the road. And that's a number that, is basically in the 1-point range. That a few weeks back would have been Cincinnati a 3-point favorite. They're pretty compelling games to take a peek at. Letdown spots. St. Louis knocks off Kansas City, St. Louis knocks off Seattle, but now they got to play Kansas City, who went in and won a division game off a bye again for Andy Reid. We talked about that last week in this space. Teams coming off byes, division games, sandwich games, look-ahead games. Other games you got to take a look at. Philly and Arizona. Philly comes off a bye. Arizona's been getting the job done. Don't run the football particularly well. The defense has been solid. Carson Palmer's starting to get better. But all of a sudden, Arizona's in control of that Western Division because Seattle, what's going on with them? Now they've got to go cross country and take on Carolina. So these are games that are going to have an impact on what happens down the road. We know Seattle. They could very well go back to the Super Bowl. There's enough talent on both sides of the football, but let's not get away from the fact that at home, they're a completely different machine than they are on the road. And the hole they've kind of dug for themselves now, it's pointing in the direction that when the playoffs get here, Seattle's going to have to go on the road. Indy and Pittsburgh. Andrew Luck's been phenomenal. Now they've got to get it done on the road, and they've shown a penchant for doing that. Pittsburgh gets a win over Houston, and the Steelers are just a machine when you put them on Monday Night Football. Now they have the short week, and they've got to prepare for Andrew Luck and that offense, which has been exceptional. Can the Colts keep going at such a high pace? I think they should still let Luck throw the ball even more. You get a 1-2 punch with Bradshaw and Richardson that's worked well. Don't get conservative. Andrew Luck's your best player. Let him keep going. And then Oakland and Cleveland. And I'm just going to throw this out there. You look at Oakland's schedule. They play monsters the rest of the way. In reality, you look at a game like this where they're getting a touchdown against Cleveland, maybe their best chance, one of their best chance to win a football game this year. Other than that, they're going to be dogs in virtually every game. They do play St. Louis. They do play Buffalo. Raiders do play hard, but now you're going against the Cleveland team, and this is a little soap opera you got to watch. Hoyer struggled last week, and that's fine. Hey, Aaron Rodgers struggled when they played against Detroit. Guys have bad days. The problem is Aaron Rodgers has a bad day. Nobody's saying, oh, we got to put the backup in. Hoyer has a bad day last week against Jacksonville. He has another bad day here. Well, everybody's going to start clamoring for Johnny Manziel. Then you get the room splintered, and Hoyer starts looking over his shoulder. So even though Oakland, Cleveland, you wouldn't look at that as being one of the biggest games of the weekend, in reality, it's a very big game for both of these teams. And don't lose sight of the fact that there's real pressure on Brian Hoyer in Cleveland. Then we get to the get-out game, Green Bay, New Orleans. And, the total's up there. It's crazy. Total of 56. Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees. I call that a get-out game. That should be entertaining on Sunday night. We're always looking to entertain you at oddsworthbetting.com and entertaining you by getting you winning selections. And you can check the feature pick of the day, available all weekend long. We've got you covered. Oddsworthbetting.com. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us. Have a winning weekend.